Yo, welcome back. This is Stu42 with another Minecraft episode. Today I did want to get on and do the steam stuff. So I've actually made the small steam coal boiler, the macerator, and the forge hammer. However, I do want a water source for those. Water is not infinite in this pack. And so, yeah, those are just ridiculous. Water is not infinite in this pack, so we do need to figure out something. So Thorncraft probably to the rescue, as under alchemy, underneath hedge alchemy, there is the Everful urn, which I do try and want to get to. So at current stage 1 of 4, we do need to get the magic tallow. Magic tallow is 1 Ignis and rotten flesh. I do have a rotten flesh on me. Ignis at the moment is just going to be one of these Viz crystals. And that is just because, yeah, it's what I have on me. Let's just make sure we can do this. So Q, there we go, magic tallow, complete, pow. So what do we need now? Some substances are simple enough that just adding more of the same essential it contains is enough to create more. So, right, we need to go through the process of gunpowder, which we haven't got any of yet. Slime ball, we've got some slime ball. Ink sacks, we've got some ink sacks. And glowstone, ooh, we haven't got any glowstone yet. I wonder where we're going to get glowstone from. So there's... Interesting. Alright, so let's just have a quick look at what slime does. So I did find some slime balls. So let's just throw the tallow. Okay, so slime balls 5, 5, and 1. And if we look in here under the slime balls, it's 5, 5, and 1. Huh. So if we throw a slime ball plus another slime ball in, I'm totally going to try that. Let's see what happens. How is our... So... Huh. That's pretty funny. So yes, throwing 2 of them in gives you 2 of them back. I'm not entirely sure what the point of that is. But glowstone is going to be interesting. So we've done that one. We haven't got gunpowder yet. I do have ink sacks, so let's do that really quickly. Let's just throw our string away. So I wonder where we're going to get glowstone from then without going to the nether, because the nether is a while away, which means we're going to have to get glowstone either from... 2 of them equals 2. We're going to put water in there soon. That definitely gives us that. Yeah, so we have to figure out where we get glowstone from. Gunpowder is just from creepers. However, I've been blown up by a creeper a couple of times so far. They're invisible when their fuse is lit. You really have to be careful with running away. I've can't even... Yeah, at least 3 or 4 times out here, there's been a crater from me being blown up by a creeper. And they're pretty nasty explosions too. So let's just quickly see if any eye... Witch's hats, tiny pile. I squeeze it. No, we're not going to get anything from there. Of course, it's just getting 2 glowstones from that, and the rest of it is just redstone ore. We may be able to do something from redstone. We do have a there's a 14% chance of putting redstone ore. So we are going to need to find some redstone. They apparently happen everywhere, but I'll have to do that off camera, maybe on stream. It's going to be a little bit boring. I did go all the way down here to try and find some heated biomes. I might have to go down over this way a little bit to see if there is any redstone and ignis, because I did want to find some ignis as well. Apparently redstone forms anywhere. So if we go to not stibnite, not copper gem, not iron, oh, where is it? Yeah, redstone. Terrestrial orchid. So there's redstone and terrestrial orchid, so I know where some of that is. Not manganese, but it's... where is it? This one. Redstone with ignis. So that is hot and dry biomes. This one is allegedly... Yeah, spawns in all biomes. So let me find some of that. We'll get some redstone. We may have to set our little steam machines up and manually feed some water in to begin with. just to get it going. I'm a little bit worried about it running dry though, which is one of the reasons why I want to get this Everful urn happening sooner rather than later. Anyway, let me do some exploration. I will be back hopefully with a bunch of redstone. We'll see if we can get some glowstone out of it, and then maybe even a creeper or two on the way for the gunpowder. Alrighty, so there is a slight change in plans. I'm a firm believer of showing my missteps as well as my steps. I don't think we're going to be able to progress this very far at all, given that while I have got one gunpowder and could probably get a second one pretty easily, glowstone I am really not sure, barring some sort of fluky set of circumstances. I haven't found any witches yet, which is probably one of the better ways of getting glowstone. I could maybe build a spawner, and in fact I might do that next episode anyway, just a standard vanilla sort of drop spawner. In the meantime though, I do want to get ahead on some of these other things, and it does look like to get through most of the stuff. So what was I looking at? I was looking at getting in towards some of these other machines here, and the idea is we want to get water happening to these earlier. So Everful earns a little way away, but in the meantime there is another way we can potentially do it, and that is with another porcelain tank and melter. And the way we can do that is with ice. Ice is super cheap in EMC. It's like 1 EMC per ice. So what I'm now thinking is that we could make ourselves a hopper, point ice at the melter, which should melt pretty fast, not using much lava, and then we can pump the water out of there into our boiler, which will at least keep the boiler relatively full of water. I say relatively because we're still going to have to keep an eye on it. I also have a little bit of a question mark around how we're going to get the water in there. I don't know whether a faucet pouring into the boiler is going to work, or what the story is. But the idea is that we want to get towards maybe even some of these pipes. There is under supply chain management some wonky wobblers and laying pipe. So that looks like you can, yeah, pump liquids in and out with that pipe. Needs this one, of course, and this one is a little bit more tricky. Needs a bunch of plastic, which we can make in the kiln from sticky resin, so we can get the plastic relatively easily. Steel gear, however, this is where we're going to start needing to get into steel. The easiest way of getting steel is back here, fire bricks. Now, unfortunately, to get fire bricks, we've got creosote, but we do need to, and we've got a smelter with the seared furnace. However, we do need this compressor, so we are going to need to get some steam running before we actually get anything else. So, what I said at the start of the episode, I still need to get steam running. However, we are just going to get it running in a slightly different way to what I initially thought we were going to do. So without further ado, let's grab some of the stuff. Quest completed iron hammer. How did that just complete now? That one there? Huh. Interesting. Alright, so in the meantime, let's go and grab our steam coal boiler. I'm going to put this way over here. Actually, we might want to... yeah, we might want to just put it here. So if we have steam coal boiler there, and we're going to have the forge hammer and the macerator there and there. Now, steam outlet. This gets me every single time. Let's just make sure the steam outlet is on the top. We've got 2 of these pipes, so we should be able to do that. Our steam outlet should be just there. So first things first, we need to make sure we've got water going into here. So I have a few ideas. Let's grab... oh, the other thing I did while I was away is I made an iron chest plate, the reward of which gave me the leggings, boots, and helmet. So that was kind of handy. We do need a porcelain. See, I'm wondering if we can have a tank there, a melter there, and then just put a pourer in. Does that just do that? All right, let's have a look. Let's try. First of all, we are going to need our bucket. We're going to need our mitts. Ooh, we are nearly out of mitts as well. We are going to want to grab some ice. Let's just grab a stack for now. Let's just prove this concept first of all. There we go. Let's just put 3 in there. Now, if we put ice in here, wow, super fast. However, it is not coming out automatically. That is less than ideal. All right, so it doesn't work with that. Let's try. We'll make another one of these later. Huh. That works. Now, that's kind of cool because it means we can grab over here earlier on. We got a redstone clock. And this redstone clock should be able to go there, which means we should be able to just throw ice at this. And this clock should, I mean, it'll stop and start. Can we change the, I don't know how to change the frequency of that. That's okay. This should probably be going in fast enough for us to worry about the steam. So in the meantime, let's put this there. What do we want to do? We want the forge hammer, the macerator. Let's macerate some stuff. Let's macerate some. I went and mined some redstone as well. Still haven't found any ignis. But let's macerate some. What did I want? Some copper. Task completed. Yeah, okay. It's obviously reset a bunch of my achievements for some reason. So we want that. We want some tin. Let's just, well, actually, while we're here, let's grab some, the rest of our iron ore. Task completed. Why is this? Maybe it's because I found the flowers for some of them. Interesting. Okay, so we have water going in. We are going to definitely need to. And how's the lava doing? Still 3 buckets. Okay, so it's using pretty much no lava. That's that's even better than I was expecting. That's kind of cool. All right, so let's go and grab. I think I had some. Yes, some charcoal. Let's just very carefully. So we're getting some ashes already. So there's the water temperature, 300K. Small thing, so empty water. And I don't know what the last one is. This is probably steam. I'm hoping. That's probably for the other sort of fuels. Oh, there we go. There's a little red line down there. That's probably temperature. That other one. So let's do that. Now, while this is waiting, we do have a quest under supply chain for an actual hopper. And the hopper is chest around 5 iron plates. This is exactly why we want to use. That looks so funny with the water pouring on the top, but it's totally working. So we want 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. So that should give us 10 plates. Yeah, okay, let's just wait till we've got some steam. How are we going? It's not telling us what temperature it is, unfortunately. But I tell you what, the charcoal is lasting a long amount of time in there also. Still haven't used any fuel up. And that is just going to keep... it's amazing. Now it'll be interesting to see what happens once we reach temperature and we start producing steam, how much this water is actually going to go down. Now, on that, while we're sitting here waiting for this to happen, we do want to get on and also work towards wherever it was, the primitive blast furnace. This means we are going to need, not the smelter, we're going to need the steam compressor. Steam compressor, a bunch of pistons, another bronze hull. Yeah, some more bronze plates, 2 brass plates. So that'll be 3 brass. Do we have 3? Oh, look at that, 3 brass. Perfect. How's our steam going? Oh, we're starting to lose some water. We're starting to lose some water. That's awesome. That means these are probably starting to fill internal tanks. Yeah, so 2 tanks listed in the tooltip there, 2 tanks, oh there we go, there's some steam going into the macerator. It's obviously where it's going first. Cool, well this is working a whole lot better than I was originally anticipating. There we go. Yeah, that's going to keep up just fine. That's awesome. Cool, so macerator is getting a bit of that. Let me just cut this here. I will be back once we've built up a bit of steam and we can start hammering some stuff out. And then, yeah, let me actually make some of the stuff off camera because I do need to make... Yeah, we're going to need the the alloy smelter. We are going to need the compressor. Probably not the extractor just yet, but these 2 here we need for a couple of things. So let me make these up. Hopefully we'll have some steam by then, and I'll be back in a sec. Now, before I get too much into the making of bits and pieces, I've got some bricks and some other pieces, but I just thought I'd come back because we have gotten our steam nearly full. And in fact, when it gets full, it should vent a bunch of it. We've still only used 1 charcoal, which is just amazing. Water is more than keeping up. This should just get there very shortly. And we should see, and there we go, a hiss, and we lose a bunch of steam. So not super efficient when you lose steam, but not a huge deal either. So if we have our hopper, we can now throw our ice in there. This ice is lasting a long time. So this is actually going to be a fairly reasonable way of getting the steam power up and going this early. And to show how this goes, it's not using too much steam. You can see the steam going down a little bit there. That hisses, I noticed they have gotten rid of a lot of the clang, clang, clang sound that used to go with this. Now I have made some real bronze. You might have noticed that it wasn't the alchemical bronze, and that's because we got some zinc as a reward. So I used 1 of the zinc dust to do that. Now we are going to need a ton of bronze plates, so let's just put the whole lot in. And then once those are done, what do we need? Yeah, we need a bunch of small bronze pipes. We need a bunch of brass plates, a hammer, some bronze plates. So let's grab those. We've got the bricks, we've got everything. I kind of need... Let's go here. Hey, and if we look for bronze and look for... what was it? Boiler, drum. Doesn't have the machines though. Or is it not called bronze? They're just called steam compressors and stuff. Okay, so this one here, this one here. Yeah, bricked bronze hull. So if we look on there and go bronze machine casing, no. Bronze hull, brick bronze hull. One of those. And what do we need for the rest of it? 2 more bricks and a bunch of small bronze pipes, which of course is going to need a bunch of that. So there should be small bronze pipes in here. Small bronze pipe, yes. Grab some of those. Grab some of those. We are going to need a lot more bronze, I think. So we have a steam, not the extractor, got the macerator, compressor, and the alloy smelter were the 2 things we were looking for. So there's the alloy smelter. Awesome. It's one of those. And the compressor is that one. We're going to need a bronze hull. Missing items. Yeah, so we are missing a few more bronze plates. I think I've got some though. Actually, I'm going to need to make a bunch more anyway. So yeah, I'm going to actually, while we're here, let's just check because we're running out of copper. Let's just see how the macerator goes with our 32 copper ore. Now the macerator is our first ore doubling machine, so we should get double. Yeah, crushed copper ore, and if we hit U on that, we can actually macerate it again, but we'll only get the impure out. If we forge hammer it, we'll only get the impure out, and then we can just smelt that straight into copper dust, so straight into copper. So there's probably no point in crushing it again, except we can't smelt it in that form. So yes, we're going to have to crush all this stuff again. So this will generate a stack. We'll crush that again. That'll give us a bunch of dust. Actually, we might want to clean the dust as well, come to think of it, because yeah. So what we can do is we can actually chuck the impure dust, throw into a cauldron to get clean dust. So we're going to need to make ourselves another cauldron, make some clean dust out of this, just so that we can mix it with tin and make some more bronze. So let me go and make a bunch more bronze. I'll make another cauldron as well, and then we should be good to make the last machines compressor, and then maybe even get towards making that blast furnace. Anyway, let me make a bunch more bronze. I'll be back in a bit. So here is a little bit more that I've done. I've moved the hopper around to the side, put another porcelain faucet on here, and just put a stone drum here, just to collect a bit of water. The reason I've done that is because you can't pour water straight into a cauldron by the looks of things. You just need pour it into here, and then you can bucket it over. A little bit of a long way around, but not too bad. At least now I can swap drums in and out of here if I need water elsewhere, and it is effectively infinite water. It is so slow at using the ice. So slow. And oh look, we've used 50 millibuckets finally. Yeah, okay, so the lava's even going to last a really long time. We've only used 3 charcoal as well, so this is a super efficient setup for this. Now I have passed through the copper dust twice, so what I was going to do is just put this all in at once, which if you do it in a stack should only use 1/3 of the water. Now we have a bunch of pure copper dust that we can mix with, not zinc. We can add that copper to it though. This tin here, I am running out of inventory space, so we want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In fact, why not just make 48 of it? Let's throw that back. 48 means we can, oh, we've got some iron in there, awesome. Bronze dust, 3/4 stacks. So yeah, once this is smelted, I'll make a few more bronze plates. We will get that compressor that we need. The alloy smelter is ready to be done though. So let's put the alloy smelter there. We'll put the other one there. We need the output to be at the top. I am going to, of course, need a bunch more pipes as well to plumb this in, and then we'll see where we go from there. It's not that one we want. It is. Oh, we haven't claimed our. Wow, we get some pulsating iron ingots. That's kind of cool. Let's claim those later once we've got some more space. Not supply chain. I'm still getting used to where the stuff is. Yeah, primitive blast furnace. This is actually where we want to be. So yeah, fire bricks, compressed. That's what we need the compressor for. We need to compress up some compressed fire clay. So I'll be back in a minute. I'll get the compressor built. We'll plumb that all in. I might do some of the prereq work for the fire clay as well, since that actually takes a little bit of doing. I think we have to get a bunch of clay bricks and then macerate them down into dust and then mix them again with something else. It's been a while. Anyway, I'll be back in a sec once I've done all those bits and boring pieces off camera. Alright, boring bits off camera are pretty much done. I have ended up making the compressor. I've plumbed all this stuff in. I also used a similar setup over here. So to make the bricks, which I ended up doing, I ended up making all the fire bricks and this primitive blast furnace brick. You need creosote, and the same sort of thing applies. You can't pour creosote straight out into much, but you can pour it out into a stone drum. So that's what I've done. I've made another couple of faucets out of the seared bricks. I still have to, yeah, I've got a seared one over there and another porcelain one over there. At any case, I have made these, and if I look at my quests, oh, I found something along the way. Yes, I managed to find a diamond vein along the way. Ooh, we get ourselves an actual diamond. Cool. So we got that along the way. I did quite a bit of stuff off camera. Most of it was just sort of boring mining stuff, grabbing some resources. We need to go to, not the AO technology. Man, why do I always struggle to find where it is? Because it's not AO technology, and it is not fake electrical, and it's not there. Why am I being blind with this? Ah, there it is. Man, under metallurgy. Should have known. Okay, so we have done that anyway. I thought I would put this over here somewhere. Maybe we will go for... Yeah, let's just go for the middle. So a little bit of a boring bit here. Now, I don't think we need to keep the top free. But it is basically, what's that? Oh no, just, wow, that texture looks like it's, yeah, it just looks a bit weird. So nothing super special with this, I don't believe. We just need chimney all the way to the top. Now we will have one spare, but that can go there. And there we go. So now we should be able to smelt our first bit of steel, which if we look at the recipe blast furnace, yeah, I don't think it's actually in here. Yeah, NEI is missing a few things from here. But what I suspect I'm going to need, based on past experience, is 64 charcoal and 16 iron. And with a bit of luck, oh, man, that's gonna go there, that's gonna go there. Oh, maybe more, maybe two, yeah, 2 charcoal. Depends how fast it uses the charcoal. It might only be half. I might be able to get away with 32 iron and 64 charcoal, making us some steel. And this doesn't, yeah, it is pretty slow. Let's just make this quickly, back in a tick. Last bits coming in, there we go. Steel ingot. Yeah, only uses that, so we could totally get away with having half the charcoal. Pretty cool. Some dark ashes, steel ingot. Did we get a task complete? We did. Quick complete. Steel ingot. 0%. Requires... Oh, I need to do this one as well. Quick complete? No. Requires electric best friend. So, oh my gosh. Right, so we kind of, this is a little bit backwards. So we've got the primitive blast furnace, we've got ourselves some steel. However, we can't complete this unless we, yeah, unless we go to the nether as well. And you know what, let's see what we need for the nether. So the nether is this, 10 nether bricks. We need, wow, quartzite, the steel plates. The steel plates we've got, the obsidian we've got. The thormium, I think we're getting close to, or we can already do it. Steel or stainless steel. Okay, steel. Precontatio terra. Yep. So we can totally make some thormium now. So yeah, a little bit backwards. We can't complete the steel quest without going to the nether, and we can't go to the nether without completing the steel quest. So once again, it's a good guide, this quest book, but it's not super great at being followed. So I'm going to need to find myself some quartzite ore in the meantime. And the other thing we're going to have to get is, oh wow, angel block. Looks like we're going to be doing some astral sorcery next time. Luckily, astral sorcery I've done before. It shouldn't be too difficult to do, but we will get into that next time. For now, I am going to call this episode done. We kind of did what we set out to do. I did say I wanted to get Steam going. I also started out saying I wanted to get Everful urn and decent water supply. However, I reckon this is a pretty good compromise. Like, the ice, as long as the ice doesn't run out and this thing overheats. But to be honest, it uses everything so slowly. As long as you remember to check it, once every couple of days maybe, you should be fine. And I quite like it compared to the Everful Earn. I mean, we'll get to the Everful Earn eventually, but just not today. All right, well, as always, thank you very much for watching, and we will see you next time.